Hello, welcome to the Beds Room. I'm James Brains with the Brains Report, and you've joined us for a very special video. I am going to give you my list of the best mattresses for every budget. We're talking $0 to $350,000. If your budget's larger than that, you need to donate a lot of your money to something. Anyway, so why the hell should you listen to me? I have tested more than 100 mattresses. I've slept on them. Over the past 8 years, I've tested mattresses professionally. I've even traveled and toured mattress factories, including the factories for some of our picks. And I think I know a thing or two about mattresses. Okay, let's get started. So, I did say every budget, so let's start at absolutely no budget to $99. If your budget is between $0 and $99, as a prepper, I'd say your best options are to gather grass, leaves, moss, and/or hay, and make a good pile. If you have enough money for a garbage bag, I'd stuff them into the garbage bag and try to lay on top of that. But realistically, let's move on to the next level, $100 to $270. Again, I think that is too little money for a mattress that you're going to be sleeping on. But you can maybe find like a thick memory foam topper for that on Amazon or something. Yeah. Going forward, I'm going to give you actual mattresses that are for sale. And we will be providing links in the notes of this video, so you don't have to like take your own notes. You can just click and be all set. So for a budget between $270 to $649, I would recommend the Zinus Cooling Comfort Support Hybrid Mattress. Get the 12-inch one. Do not get anything smaller than 10 inches because anything smaller than that is going to not be supportive enough for you. And we have a video about the Zinus Cooling Comfort Mattress, which I will link to in the notes. But basically, it's a combination of firm and supportive. It's not the best option for side sleepers. It may be a little too firm for you. And it does a good job of cooling. It'll keep you cool. And yeah, I enjoyed sleeping on it. These are all mattresses that I enjoyed sleeping on, and they're my favorites in their respective price points. Let's move on to the next, between the prices of $649 and $999. If that's your budget, I would go with the Nectar Classic Memory Foam Mattress. This is an all foam mattress, and it kind of checks all the boxes. It's great for couples. It's good. It's got a firmness that's good for all sleep types, and it has a 365-night sleep trial, so you can try it pretty much risk-free for a year. And if you decide to keep it, it's got a lifetime warranty. So it's a pretty excellent option. The only thing is it kind of ran a little bit hot, so you might want to, I don't know, have some other cooling options to keep you cool. So if your budget is between $999 and $1,399, I recommend the Dream Cloud Premier Hybrid Mattress. This is another one that checks all the boxes, including great heat dissipation. It keeps you cool. We slept pretty well on it. Yeah, it was a good one. It had good motion isolation, good edge support, great option for couples. And it also has a 365-night sleep trial and a lifetime warranty. For a while, it was my favorite mattress. But let's get into the next level. I feel like most people's budgets are going to be between $1,399 and $3,199. That is, I feel like you should budget at least $1,400 because this is something you're going to be sleeping on for probably a decade or more. When you work it out for each night, that's only a couple cents. And I feel like your mental health is worth that day in, day out. So invest in your mental health. Come on, folks. But in that range, I would recommend the Tempur-Pedic Cloud mattress. I absolutely love this mattress. It is the cheapest mattress that Tempur-Pedic offers, and it features the Tempur material, which is just amazing. Like it contours to your body as you lay on it. It just absolute amazing pressure point relief, and yeah, good motion isolation. This is what I would probably buy with my money. It's just great. Yeah, great for all sleeping styles. The only negative is it has poor edge support. So maybe go a size larger than you would typically if you're sharing it with a loved one or a stranger, just if you're sharing the bed. My alternative, since this is most people's budget, is the Lisa Sapira hybrid mattress. The Tempur material of the Tempur Cloud isn't for everyone. Some people they feel the firmness immediately and it upsets them. They start crying. They're unwilling to wait for it to contour to their body, which takes a couple minutes, and so they hop off and they run off and they accuse me of lying, but I love the Tempur Cloud. But the Lisa Sapira hybrid also checks all the boxes. It has a more traditional feel. It's got the inner springs, and Aaron and I shared it for a year, and it was great for couples. Great motion isolation. And it's got firmness that'll cater to most sleep styles, whether you're on your back, your side, or your stomach. Yeah, it's just great. It also has a lifetime warranty, which is better than the Tempur Cloud. I believe it has a 10-year warranty. So yeah, consider the Lisa Sapira hybrid. Now we're getting into the good stuff, or kind of the luxury stuff. If your budget's between $1,300 and $8,000, I recommend going with the Sleep Number i8. It's an adjustable airbed, and it has a built-in sleep tracker to make recommendations for ways that you can sleep better during the night. It also has automatic air adjustments. So let's say you're a combination sleeper. You can start the night sleeping on your side, and then when you adjust to your back or stomach, it automatically senses it and adjusts the firmness so that you remain undisturbed and comfortable. And I found that worked swimmingly. I slept so well. It was amazing. But it tended to trap heat a little bit. I felt a little bit warm on that, and because of that, there is something that I'd recommend if you have $8,000 or more. I'm going to welcome my wife, Erin Brains Report, to the mattress. Erin, thank you for joining me. We're actually.
Thanks for joining me. This is my bed.
Okay. This is the bed that Erin has slept on every night for probably 2 years or something. It's we have signed the papers and officially had a sleep divorce, which has been great for our marriage. My mattress that I'm testing is right over there, so we're in the same room, but we're comfortable. and we snuggle before and after we go to bed. Well, after we get up in the morning. But anyway, let's get back to this mattress. It's the Sleep Number Climate360. It is the best mattress I've ever tested. I absolutely love it. And it's customizable in every way. Like,
Yeah.
you can customize the firmness. Like the Sleep Number i8, there are 20 firmness options on each side of the mattress. And we like to talk about like what our sleep number is. Because there's like numbers between 0 and 100, where 100 is the firmest and 0 is the floppiest, the wettest
I like to
noodle.
go between 25 and 35, kind of. I oscillate in between there. I like a less firm mattress.
Yeah, you like it pretty soft and floppy. This mattress is expensive. It's what famous people sleep on. And that's because you can adjust the temperature. So Erin was overheating. It's summer right now, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I can turn the temp down," and that helped a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, the app is the only thing that I don't like is it's only an app. You can't. There's a button on the side that can make it go flat, but all other adjustments are done on an app. So if you don't have a phone connectivity kind of thing going on, then you can't really do much with the bed. But with that app, you can adjust it to be in. You've got kind of two quadrants. You've got your foot and you've got your core, and it's got 3 levels of cooling and 3 levels of heating. The cooling is just for the core, but it works so well on these hot summer nights when it's super humid, or maybe my perimenopause is acting up and I'm having some hot flashes in my sleep. I can just turn on the cool, and you can set the timer for it and decide how long you want that to be the temperature for either quadrant. It also has an ability, and I haven't really done this because I just don't find myself going to bed consistently enough at the same time, but you can set up like a sleep cycle and have it heat and cool, in whatever increments throughout the night, which is amazing in theory. I just, like I said, I just haven't actually set that up. But in the winter, oh my gosh, my favorite thing when I'd remember to do it is to set my bed up to warm before I got up here to bed, and then I just slip into a nice cozy warm bed, especially on my feet because my toes get so cold during the winter. So
Too hot.
oh, I love this bed.
Yeah, I remember when I tested it, I set the heat to start ramping up like about half an hour before I planned on waking up, and I found like that was kind of a pleasant way to wake up. Just gradually, like, oh, it's warm, I'm gonna get out of bed. And another thing I wanted to note though is that this mattress comes with an adjustable bed frame. None of the other options I mentioned did. So that's kind of like another level of value. And both the Sleep Number mattresses I talked about have in-home setup. They call you and tell you when they'll be there, and then they show up outside of that time typically. Wait, no, that's most other places. I feel like Sleep Number was on time. Like, I feel like they did a good job. Most other places, it's really annoying. But
Yeah, the only problem we had with Sleep Number is we decided we had to get a king because of the size of our stairway to get to where we do the bed testing. And this particular, the only thing I don't like about it actually is that their king, the mattress is split. So there is like a cleft down the middle, which is nice for like independently. That side of the bed can be completely different and have, a different firmness, a different temperature, have the frame is completely different than this side. But also then you've got a big cleft down the middle of your bed. And that's normal, I think, for some of these.
Devil's advocate, if you are very concerned about motion isolation, a split king like this is amazing for it. Like, I did my motion isolation tests on this, and it did so much better than any other mattress I've tested because of the split bed frame.
But if I wanted to sprawl out and take up the whole bed and sleep right in the middle of this giant bed all to myself, then I'm sleeping on a crack. Not my favorite, but I also don't ever do that. I just kind of stay on my side of the bed, and that way I've got, in case James gets scared in the night, I've got room for him to come over.
Thank you for not making a joke about crack in there. It's kind of punching down. But anyway, that's everything. Those are all our picks for every budget. If you have any questions, again, in the comments, just let me know. I kind of breezed through a lot of stuff, so yeah, happy to clarify. I've tested all of these. And with that, Cat Enos says have a good day.